I've been informed that the killer of Charlie Kirk, the assassin, has been identified as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson of Utah. A new image of him has been released, even though the FBI is probing the motive behind the killing of Trump's close aide at this point in time. Important information coming in. We've now been told that the assassin has been identified as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, who belonged to Utah. That's important. The fact that within a few days the FBI has managed to now identify the assassin. US President Donald Trump, meanwhile, has shared more details into the arrest of the suspect in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Trump has now revealed that the person who turned the suspected assassin in was a person of faith and very close to the suspect. The person who brought in the suspect to a US Marshal is a minister. Trump also said, and I quote, "They drove into the police headquarters and he's there now." Trump refused to disclose the identity of the two, the suspect and the one who brought him in, but he is confirmed of major updates later in the day. Important news coming in from the United States of America. We've been told that the assassin has been identified as a 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, and Donald Trump has now also given information of how the assassin was actually brought in. Meanwhile, in more news coming in, another detail into the assassination tells us that the suspected killer arrived in the college campus just moments before the start of the event where Charlie Kirk was assassinated. The suspect arrived at the campus on US local time 11:52 a.m. and moved to the stairwell to reach the vantage point on the roof. The shooter then fled from the scene, jumping from the building. The video of this fleeing has been released by US authorities, and of course it's been all around social media. Interesting developments taking place as we speak. I want to bring in Ms. Purnima Nath into the conversation as well. Ms. Nath, your first thoughts on the identity of the killer now being revealed as a 22-year-old young man from Utah.
Any political violence is unacceptable, whether it comes from the left or the right. It is unacceptable. First of all, yesterday there were some communication going around that the weapon they found, they saw some trends indication. I have no idea exactly yet who this young man is and what his motives are, where, and etc. I'm sure they're going to communicate as well. We know that before that FBI Kash Patel has placed a bunch of information in his Twitter platform, and a lot of people were questioned and released. But hopefully we'll know a little bit more in terms of his motive as well. But when gun shooting in America is rampant, and if you pull the data, it is heartbreaking. But when we talk about Charlie Kirk, certainly he is very close to a MAGA movement, and he also is close to President Trump. And President Trump has taken this very seriously and communicating to the people directly, not from FBI as well. But here, in a sense that, this has shaken us from the core, and we have seen the good thing that we have seen, that many prominent Democrats as well, have communicated about this senseless violence that has happened. But I want to remind you, just 3 months ago, a Democrat official, elected official, the Minnesota Speaker of the House, her name is Melissa Hortman. You didn't know, I'm pretty sure about it because it didn't become a national news in America. Unfortunately, she and her husband and her dog, golden retriever, were mercilessly killed as well. But not many Republicans at that point of time supported and showed a little bit of empathy. And that's a very concerning thing, because even in President Trump's direct address to the public, he said it was left who did this, and Elon Musk said left is murderer. Laura Loomer said left is terrorist. At that point of time, nobody knew who the murderer was, who caused it. At least we have a picture now. We have somebody who's turned in. But a leader of a country should heal the country, no matter where the violence come from, whether somebody voted for them or they're from opposition or not. And that's where I think our country is going through a massive polarization, whether the violence come from the left or the right, the far right. We are seeing this. I don't know if you have even caught this recent news that actually happened on the same day that Charlie Kirk was shot and killed. Earlier that morning, on Wednesday morning, a Indian American, his name is Chandra Nagamalaya, was beheaded, completely severed head, was kicked on the parking lot. It didn't become a national news. It didn't even catch on. And if you talk about it, they call me, specifically me, as a racist because I speak about it. And I'm highlighting a issue that is a non-issue. They're saying good. This is what we are going through in this country. At the end of the day, we as an Indian American, a brown-skinned, non-Christian, whites are also getting targeted. And then if you look
Yes.
at the
Okay.
Kirk had said also in his last days, closer to his last days, and this has caused a massive disagreement as well. I agreed with him in a lot of things. Unfortunately, nobody needs to go through this kind of tragic situation. But we also have to highlight, as a country where